Banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the Intergalactic Space Arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Welcome to Classic Game Room. Don't let the name of this game deceive you. It's not that strange. It's just JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure from Capcom on the Dreamcast. This is JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure for the Sega Dreamcast, released in 1999. A fighting game that's kind of bizarre, but not really that out of line for Capcom in this period. It actually reminds me a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and that's a compliment. You play as a bunch of weird-ass fighters, each of whom has their own hidden persona that you can activate using what is called a stand attack or whatever. Basically hitting the A button will activate your stand, and your alter ego for some of the characters will come out and attack the enemy. Other characters do it slightly different, but there's just so many different bizarre things going on in this game at once. It's great. But is it as bizarre as the title would lead you to believe? JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure is based on a Japanese manga, one that I'm not familiar with. One that you do not need to be a fan of to enjoy the game, although it probably helps. Maybe it would help you understand what's going on, but to be fair, I don't really know what's going on in most fighting games. You're fighting, that's what's going on. I'm fighting for the Fist of Power from Dio! I'm fighting because it's Tuesday. I'm fighting because it's Sega Dreamcast week and it's awesome. Fight for your right to play Dreamcast. And this game kicks ass on the Dreamcast. Just look at it. In between each battle you get cutscenes. There's a nice wide variety of characters to choose from, each of whom are totally different. And that's one of the great things about JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure. No two fighters fight the same. The game doesn't play terribly well on the standard Dreamcast controller, so you may want to try one of the fighting sticks. It feels exactly like any of the other Capcom fighting games, except it is at times slightly more bizarre. Here's a part where I'm fighting my way through water hands to hit this guy. I mean, that's not a normal everyday occurrence. If it is for you, you should contemplate laying off the drugs for a while. It's not a series I'm familiar with, but there does appear to be two different games on this disc, JoJo's Venture and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, one of which seems like an earlier fighting game to me, but they're both more or less the same. You can play one player, or of course, two player versus a friend, the best way to enjoy these games. Ah, yes, the old standby. Breast grenade launchers. Naturally. That's not bizarre. See, I think this game has a bit of a Marvel vs. Capcom vibe to it. It's out of control, but at the same time it's still playable and relatively approachable, although some characters are way harder to play than others, like this girl. So, like most of the Capcom games, it may be in your best interest to check out the training mode, play around with each of the characters, then invite some friends over, because everyone's gonna love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure if they like fighting games. It looks great on the Sega Dreamcast, which of course does an amazing job with 2D games like this. All of the Capcom fighters I can think of look really good on the Dreamcast. The sound and music all work well for the game, and of course, you can save your high scores on the VMU card. My favorite part of the game is the whole stand concept. It really makes it stand out. No pun intended. After playing this, I've decided that I want a persona and a stand attack. I want some dude that jumps out of me that looks like a giant firebird and unleashes a flamethrower on enemies with a goofy catchphrase like, "How do you like your fried chicken now?" Or not. This girl is the cheapest one in the game with the harpoon attack. And she can summon old cars to rise from the ground. It's not bizarre, it's just off normal. I have a classic game room shout out, and thank you to send to George from North Brunswick, New Jersey, for sending this to the show. Thank you, George. Thank you, New Jersey, for having such excellent delay. It's not a fighting game you hear that much about these days, but if you enjoy others on the Dreamcast, like Street Fighter 3, Marvel vs. Capcom, SNK vs. Capcom, whatever it's called, Capcom vs. SNK, Capcom vs. Vectrex, I think you're gonna love this one. JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure.
Game over.